Hi, everybody. I just wanted to take this opportunity to introduce myself and also walk you guys through some of the logistical aspects of the course. So my name is Dr. Soa Subhanian. I will be your lecture instructor for this semester. You would have a different lab instructor for the course depending on what section you signed up for. What I will show you would basically be a setup for a hybrid Bio 155, where your lecture is taught asynchronously online, and your lab will be in person with an instructor for about 3 hours a week. So I was just going to walk you guys through some of the essential components you need to be familiar with to do well in the lecture component of the course. And of course, your lab instructor may use some of these features as well. So if you look at the side of your screen on the left-hand side, you have some of the features of the Canvas. So you do have your dashboard, which is going to show you their main courses. And you also have the same feature going through the course option. You can have the calendar option that I will review with you. If you would like to contact me, you may use the inbox feature of the Canvas to directly message me, or you can use the email address that is provided on your syllabus to contact me as well. So just to kind of show you some of the, again, features of the course, one of the important things we want to keep in mind is the announcement feature. This is updated, I would say, on a weekly base, sometime more frequently. So as of right now, I have two posts for you guys. One that is a welcome message for Bio 155, which gives you some of the information that's going to help you be prepared for the class, some of the do's and don'ts for the class, and how to be successful. And then we also have a week one announcement that again kind of give you a highlight of what you need to prepare for the lecture portion of the class and what needs to be completed by the end of the first week. And again, remember your class starts on 9/5/23 after a Monday holiday. Another aspect of this course that you really want to kind of look at is the module feature. For lecture, this is very well structured. If you take a look, you notice that your module is broken down to units. So you have unit 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then within those units, you have it broken down by week. So for instance, unit 1 has contents for week 1 through week 3. And then at the end of week 3, you will have your first lecture exam. So let's say what you need to do for week 1. And if you follow the same guideline provided here, you can do and repeat the same procedure for your weekly assignments and activities that are assigned to you. So let's go ahead and click on week 1 for the lecture. Again, our focus is in this case going to be on Introduction to Anatomy and Physiology. So on the top of the page, I usually just give you some overview of what to come for that week, what your lecture is focused on. And then underneath, it says complete the following activities for week 1. Again, it changes by week. Now, there's 3 components that is usually involved in this process. The first one is download and review the PowerPoint. So the PowerPoint is a really big part of your lecture. It covers about 60% of the content, or has the information for about 60% of the content. And then corresponding to the same PowerPoint, you have the lecture recordings that are replacing the face-to-face time for the lecture. So it's very important to not just rely on the PowerPoints, but work with the PowerPoint and watching these lecture videos to make sure you get the full picture of the information. So again, I would say about 60% of the content is presented in the PowerPoint, and the other 40% comes from you watching the lecture videos and making sure you kind of review that content. Now, by the time you're done doing number 1 and 2, typically for every week, you need to complete what we call a Canvas post. These are a set of questions that highlight not all, but some of the essential concepts and topics of that week. It is going to help you kind of understand some of the typical questions you may get in an exam, or again, highlighting some of the essential concepts that you may get questions on during the lecture exam. So if I go ahead and click on this says Canvas Post 1. If I click on that, you get a page like this. And this page, a couple of important pieces of information, or more than a couple, I guess I should say. First of all, it tells you the deadline for when the assignment's due. So this assignment's due by September 10 at 11:59 p.m. And this usually translates to a Sunday by midnight, basically. And I would say all of the deadlines for the lecture are set for Sunday midnight before the start of a new week. The other piece of information is the number of points associated with the assignment. So this is an 8-point assignment. We have a little kind of information in terms of academic integrity, which tells you not to plagiarize or cheat when you are submitting this work. And then after that, you have the set of questions that you need to answer. So in this question activity, you have 5 questions and the points associated with each of the questions. So the options for you to submit this assignment are one of the following. You can submit it via text. So if I click on this, it opens a box right underneath. What you can do is select the questions, copy the questions, and then transfer those questions down here. And then you can adjust your color, or you can just use the same color and basically type your answers right in front of it. When you're done typing your answers, you click Submit Assignment, and it should give you this kind of confetti-looking blast into your screen that your assignment was submitted successfully. The other option you can do is an upload. So you can type or copy and paste the question in a Word document or Pages. If you're using a Mac, answer the questions, and then when you're done, save it as either a doc file or a PDF file, and again, upload it right here. So you can just drag and drop it in here. And again, click Submit Assignment and make sure you get that submission confetti in your screen to make sure the submission was done properly. And the third option that I ask my students to do, if they're more comfortable with writing versus typing, is they can write their answers on a piece of paper, take a picture of that, and upload those images using the same feature as here. So instead of submitting a Word document or a PDF file, you will submit an image or two as part of the actual assignment. So when you guys finish your assignment and you want to check your grade for the lecture portion, you can always go to the grade option. Again, it tells you the list of the assignments. If you have submitted something for it, it will show you as this kind of little page that you have submitted something. And if it is graded, then you will see a number here from the total points you earned from the assignment. And if I added any comments, there would be an option right here that shows those comments. So keep an eye on that to make sure you know if you didn't receive the full credit, what was the reason. Another thing that I wanted to just kind of hint at is at the end of the unit, when you take your lecture exam, you really don't need to search for it. You can just click on the lecture exam option. It gives you a hyperlink. It gives you the deadline when the exam is available, from what time to what time. And again, all you need to do is click on the lecture exam. It opens it. It tells you exactly when it opens again, how many questions there are, what's the total point, and how many minutes you have to complete the exam. Please do note that you only can take the exam once, so there's only one attempt per lecture exam. And And in terms of your calendar option, is the last thing I want to kind of mention about. The calendar option is also a very great feature to make sure you stay on top of your activities. If I move into the September calendar, again, it gives you the deadline for the assignments. You can just kind of hover your cursor on it, and then you can click on it. It has the name. It tells you the exact deadline for the activity, the questions you need to answer, and then you can choose to click on the activity, and it will take you directly to the submission page, and you can go from there. So the takeaway from this, make sure you actively check your announcement, because that's the only way I will be communicating with you. To keep up with the lecture study, you need to use your module tab. Make sure you complete everything that's associated with your weekly activities, which typically implies you will need to do a PowerPoint study, the lecture presentation for that, and a Canvas post. You may ignore the lab portion if it's listed here, unless it's the same thing as your instructor is doing, your lab instructor is doing, you may ignore that. So your focus should be on the lecture portion. And again, if you would like to contact me in any ways for any questions, you may contact me through the inbox feature. Last but not least, for the course policies, for the lecture portion, you may refer to the syllabus under the module tab. So I just want to show you this. The syllabus gives you the information for my email, my office if you choose to come and visit me in person, the time for your lab, the room meetings, my social hours, which is the same thing as the office hours, and then some of the essential or important information that make sure that you complete this class successfully. At the end of this schedule, you also have another breakdown of your units, the content that's covered, and the due date for your Canvas post. Please don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. The best way to get a hold of me is using the Canvas inbox feature or my personal email. And I will respond to you within 24 to 48 hours, with the exception of weekends where I do kind of plug out to spend some time with my family. Thank you guys, and looking forward to working with you guys.